Your dog has never met a stranger without forming an opinion. Not once. They don't need an introduction. They don't need a warning. They walk in, they read the room, and they decide. And that decision is rarely wrong. You've probably watched it happen. Someone new walks through the door and your dog just won't go near them. No growling, no visible reason. Just a quiet, firm refusal you couldn't explain. You told yourself your dog was being weird. What if they were being right? Point 1. The lie test. 1. The lie they never forgive. Dogs don't give second chances the way people do. Watch two dogs meet for the first time. One approaches low and slow. The other reads every signal in under a second. Tail height, ear position, the weight shift in the front legs. Before a sound is made, a verdict is reached. They bring that same precision to people. A group of researchers tested this. They pointed dogs toward containers of food, some full, some empty. When they were misled, every single dog stopped trusting that specific person. Not all people, that person. They didn't lose faith in the gesture. They lost faith in the individual. The relationship got a mark against it, and that mark didn't go away. That's not a bad mood, that's a record. A brand new stranger walked in, and the dogs followed without hesitation. The problem was never with pointing, it was with the person who had already proved they couldn't be trusted. They track reliability the way a dog in a pack tracks who among them has been honest and who hasn't. Individual, specific, permanent. By the time we get to the last point in this video, you'll understand what your dog actually does with that information. It goes further than you'd expect. Point 2. The chemistry reader. Dogs in a pack check in through smell constantly. Not just when they meet. All day. Reading status, reading tension, reading something shifting in another dog that hasn't shown on the surface yet. They do the exact same thing with you. When a person walks into your home feeling tense, performing calm, holding it together, something still gets through. Their body releases specific compounds the moment their stress response activates. Compounds your dog's nose catches before their feet even cross the threshold. Researchers isolated specific compounds in human breath and sweat that shift the moment stress kicks in. Dogs identified the stressed sample from calm samples nearly 94% of the time. No visual. No sound. Nose only. That's not sniffing out evil. That's chemistry. Think about the people your dog has always been reluctant around. Not scared of. Reluctant. No barking. No obvious reaction. Just a quiet distance that never fully closed no matter how many times they visited. The person might believe their own performance. Their body doesn't. And your dog is reading the body. Every time. Your dog figured this person out before you ever did. If that sounds familiar, subscribe. Pass this on to someone whose dog has been quietly trying to tell them something. Point 3. The emotional mirror. When a dog in a pack is frightened, the fear doesn't stay with them. The others feel it too. Ears lift, bodies shift. They don't see the threat yet, but they caught the frequency of it from the dog who did. Your dog does this with you. Across species. Researchers collected sweat from people experiencing real fear and brought those samples near dogs. Without any visual or sound cue, the dogs' heart rates climbed. They moved toward their owners. They stopped approaching strangers. They absorbed someone else's fear through scent alone. And this starts earlier than anyone expected. Puppies at 3 months old respond to fear chemosignals from humans. They weren't trained for it. They weren't taught. They arrived knowing. Your dog didn't learn to feel your distress. That capacity was already there the day they came home. So when you're carrying something heavy, they already know. A bad week, a hard conversation, a tension you haven't named yet. Not from watching your face, from feeling what you're feeling. That's not observation, that's connection. Point 4. The incongruence detector. Dogs communicate in layers. A tail wagging while the body is rigid is not a friendly dog. A direct stare paired with slow, deliberate movement is not a relaxed one. Every other dog in the room reads all of it simultaneously. They're never fooled by just one good signal when the rest are off. They use the exact same system on people. There's likely someone in your life who says the right things. Warm tone, open posture, everything you're supposed to see. And your dog keeps a distance from them that doesn't make sense on the surface. Here's what's happening. Your dog processes what a person says and how they say it on 2 completely different tracks. Word meaning on one side, emotional tone on the other. The full warmth only fires when both signals match. When they don't, your dog notices. A tense voice wrapped in friendly words, controlled eye contact that never quite relaxes, a laugh that arrives a beat too late. Your dog registers all of it at once, and the math doesn't add up. You can prepare what you're going to say. You cannot prepare your nervous system, and your dog reads both at the same time. That's not your dog being difficult. That's your dog being honest. Point 5. The loyalty verdict. Watch dogs in a group. When one of them is being cornered, the others don't stay neutral. They move toward the one being pressured, or they move away from the one doing the pressuring. Loyalty is not a human concept. Dogs live it. Researchers watched owners ask a nearby stranger for help with something simple. Some strangers helped, some turned away and refused. Then both strangers offered food to the dog. The dogs refused food from the one who wouldn't help their owner, not with aggression, just refusal. Here's the detail that matters most. The stranger's refusal had nothing to do with the dog. No threat was made, no eye contact, no interaction with the dog at all. The dog simply watched how that person treated someone they loved, and that was enough. And here's what makes this uniquely dog. The same study was run with cats. Cats showed no preference. They took food from everyone. No verdict, no loyalty, no sides. This is a dog thing, only a dog thing. They're not just watching you navigate your relationships, they're watching for you, and they make their choice accordingly. Point 6. The mirror body. Two bonded dogs sleep pressed against each other, and their breathing starts to match. Their rest deepens. What one body does, the other adjusts to, without either dog deciding to. You and your dog do this too, more than you know. Researchers measured stress hormones in dogs' hair, months of data, not just a bad day. Dogs' cortisol levels tracked their owners, not occasionally, across seasons. And the thing that drove the synchronization wasn't the dog's temperament, it was the owner's. Your dog's biology runs on a rhythm you set, and it goes deeper. When dogs and their owners hold eye contact, a bonding chemical rises in both of them. The same one that rises between a mother and a newborn. Wolves don't do this with humans. Hand-raised wolves, living with people since birth. Still nothing. Only dogs. Because only dogs evolved to be in this kind of relationship with us. What this means is, whoever enters your life and raises your stress, your dog's body will eventually mirror that too. Not just in how they behave, in their chemistry. And whoever disrupts the calm, they disrupt both of you. Point 7. The file they keep. Remember those dogs in the study? The ones who stopped following after just 2 lies? Most people focus on the deception part, but the real question is, how did they remember? How did each dog know to treat that specific person differently from every other person in the room? Because your dog doesn't just react to the moment, they store it. Dogs have what researchers call episodic-like memory. Not just habits, actual recall. Events with specific people, encoded without being told to pay attention. They filed it anyway. And it goes further. Dogs wait longer before approaching food that was withheld on purpose versus by accident. They don't just record what someone did, they track whether the person meant to do it. Intent. Filed. Think about every person who has ever walked through your door. Every visit. Every tone of voice. Every time someone was cold when they didn't have to be. Every time someone was impatient when they could have been kind. Every time someone was warm when nothing required it of them. Your dog was taking notes. Not consciously reviewed, not dramatically, quietly. The way a dog in a pack quietly shifts who they sleep near, who they follow, who they trust when something goes wrong. Without a single decision you'd ever notice being made. That still moment when your dog stands at the door as someone arrives. Tail level, eyes steady, not moving toward them. That's not hesitation. That's the verdict.